This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Liam, you were in the room a long time ago when I was asking Max Brown about what needs to happen to make a short yardage play successful. What about from the offensive lineman's perspective? How do you approach that situation? What do you believe needs to happen better?
Yeah, I think, the final play, I should have taken into consideration, where Josh Allen was. I think, I'll put that on me. I should have told the guard to man 3-tech, and then I should have helped the tight end. Just kind of understanding where those players are that, can affect games. So especially like crucial moments like that. So, I should have maybe, made a certain call to kind of help the tight end out, and then, which in return would have helped the running back out. So, it's definitely something I can learn from, moving forward.
What about in general? Not just that one play. In general, what needs to happen to make the short yardage situation successful?
I think it comes down to communication, just kind of like what I was talking about. It just kind of goes back to, everybody being on the same page. So, if Austin says something to me, I need to communicate it out, especially in those moments when it's loud and you can't really hear well. It's kind of, you need to put an emphasis on communication. That's kind of what we've been talking about this week too. And, that's something we're going to continue to work on as the season goes on.
Liam, what signs of progress have you seen that gives you confidence that the offensive line is just going to keep getting better?
Yeah, I think we're improving every week. Obviously, it's not enough though, But it's a group of guys that comes in here every single week working hard. It's not a lack of hard work. It's just kind of those fine details that we need to continue to perfect, and that's kind of the emphasis that I'm focusing on, and a lot of guys in our room. It's kind of we're getting to the point where it's not acceptable to kind of make that small mistake. So I think when you strive for perfection, you'll eventually just keep getting better and better.
How much pride did you guys take in the no sack performance?
Yeah, there's still pressures. So it's definitely, I think it's first this season, so it's somewhere to start. But obviously, there's, we can continue to get better and better. But this week we're just kind of focused on this week. 1 week at a time. It's about winning this game.
Were you impressed with Tua's ability to avoid pressure with those pressures at work?
Yeah, I thought he did a good job stepping up. I think he reads the field very. I have no idea about the quarterback position. Let's be honest. I could get up here and just tell you I think he made all the reads correctly, but I think he did a good job. Especially coming back first game back, I think he did a good job in the pocket.
You might not be a quarterback expert in terms of technique and all that stuff, but you do have a sense for his presence, his personality, his demeanor, how he seems to be feeling. What is your sense about all that stuff this week?
Yeah, I think he's got a good amount of energy to him, and I think that's needed. He's a great leader. He's a guy who, he demands respect, and he pushes me, he pushes a lot of guys. So it's definitely great having him back. But that whole quarterback room, Jacoby does the same thing. It's kind of how that room is. So, but definitely having him back first week. On his second week now, it's great to see him out there and have him behind me.
Do you get a sense this week in the huddle that maybe he wants to do more since he is back, and that he did play with some pain last week in London?
Yeah, I think, regardless of how you feel, you want to obviously play as well as you can and kind of keep moving in that direction. But I'm just, whoever's behind me, I'm going to support. I'm going to do the best I can, and at the end of the day, I need to play better. I need to strive for that perfection that we kind of talk about. So, every single day I'm out there, I'm working to get better.
Our first question we asked you was the 4th and 1 call, and you talked about some corrections you made. Is that something you can make within the game and adjust to it then, or is that something you see on tape on Monday?
It's kind of just based on personnel. It kind of depends on. It just kind of depends on. It's tough because you have your assignments, you have specific things you need to do based on alignments and stuff like that. But kind of like what I was saying with a guy like him, maybe I should have took different footwork, maybe made a different call. But that is kind of something that you talk about after the game. You know.
With obviously there's a lot of Deshaun Watson talk out there. Tua is a mature man who understands the business of the league. Do you see any of that impacting team's focus?
No, I don't think so. I really don't go on Twitter, to be honest with you. But I mean, you just brought it up. I mean, some guys probably have heard about it, but I mean, as of right now, like, it's just a distraction. At the end of the day, you know, the most important thing this week is, you know, we're playing the Falcons, and you know we need to win. So that's I think that's everybody's thought right now is they're focused on the Falcons.